Which of those student athletes do you expect to possibly compete for regional and national recognition?
All of those. Same thing. Those guys who are in that level will be in the top 2 or 3 of the conference, will qualify for the first round of NCAAs. So we expect a good contingent in the middle distance and long distance, and as well as intermediate hurdles and the relays.
Chad got his first real taste of advanced competition last year with what he did post-conference. How did he handle that, and what do you see his goals as being this year?
Chad made it all the way to NCAA finals and qualified for USA's. It's the first one here at Riverside since the Asumas were here back in the 80s. So it's a great achievement, and making in Division I it's really tough. Men's 15, like the men's 1500, 800 is very, very tough. Some of the best guys in the world come out of the NCAA. So Chad got there last year, got a chance to compete. This year is to make the final at NC's and be an All-American, and set himself up for an opportunity in the years to come to compete for a championship. And that'll be in the men's 1500 with Chad. And I think Emmanuel Nagale, as a freshman, will have a real opportunity to qualify for nationals at the 800. We'll see how he can handle all of that, but he certainly has a talent to him.
Chad came here with more of a pedigree, obviously, than Brenda Martinez did. Can you compare and contrast where they are in their development at similar stages in their career?
Yeah, Brenda was a growing process year by year and sort of snuck up on the national competition and then had a breakout year last year. Chad, obviously, being the high school national champion at Foot Locker, sometimes those things are sort of like the Heisman Trophy guy that goes on to the pros. It's not always, it's always the best result at the next level. So Chad had the same challenge coming to college, going to Oregon and then transferring here. He's got the talent, the gifts, the mental makeup, everything. He just needs to make the progression. But again, he's competing with very, very high-level athletes, guys who make our world championship and Olympic teams, both domestically and foreign athletes in the 1500s. So, but he's making the changes, and he's growing and maturing. And it's not only the physical talent, but you got to have the mental game and the emotional stability to, on that day, in that moment, make the right decisions tactically, and then just have enough of everything to get to the finish line ahead of everybody else. So it's a total package. It's just not, gee, this horse can run fast. It's the whole thing, you have emotional, mental, tactics, physical, and then sometimes a lot of luck as well.
Are there other names of people you haven't mentioned on the men's side, newcomers, who maybe aren't quite ready to challenge for conference championships that we should be keeping an eye on?
Yeah, Peter Gunther is a freshman hurdler. I think he's going to do an outstanding job for us. A guy named Ted Hooper in the jumps and short sprints, a freshman, I think is going to do an outstanding job. Brian Adams in the 400, he was one of the top recruits in the country. We were able to get him. Coaches are very excited about his preparation and what he's capable of doing. But as you know, with freshmen, they sometimes can step in there and do great things, and sometimes it can be a learning process. So we'll have to see. But we're excited about the young freshmen we've got that are stepping up. I didn't mention Marcus Mayberry in the intermediate hurdles also is someone who I think will really, he's a senior, he's our team captain, and will do an outstanding job at the intermediate hurdles and on our relay, and I think he'll make it to first round of NCs.
All right, time to look into your crystal ball. It's 5-6 months from now. Where are the Highlanders finishing in the Big West, and what's Brenda Martinez done for the season?
Like last year, you gave me a little bit of a hard time about my picks last year, but the truth is, coaches should be confident in the team's ability. I think the women will be second or third this year, and conference, it always is a little bit of different mix, but I think we're there. I think Cal Poly, Santa Barbara, and us will be fighting for that second, third, and fourth spots. And we will have several individual champions and Big West champions, and quite a few people qualifying for first round of NCs. On the men's side, I think that it's again 6th, 5th, 4th, 3rd, somewhere in that range is how the points fall in the day. But we're definitely up in there, and now we're fighting, and we're a legitimate program. Both teams have limited rosters. So we get a lot out of very few performers, and that's what we have to do here, and we're prepared to do that. I believe Brenda will give UCR a lot of honor at the very top level, and that includes a championship and hopefully a record, and we'll go on to a professional career that we'll be following in the years ahead as, a chance to be an Olympian. And I think that Chad's going to move up and be an All-American in track and field. And so next year you'll be able to see how I did against those predictions.
Thanks for your time, Coach.
Thank you.